In this special video, discover how to transform your sex life after 50 with practical, healthy, and exciting strategies. Understand how berries can boost your desire, improve your intimacy with simple habits, and reconnect with your body and self-esteem. Sexual health in old age deserves attention, care, and love, and this is the right place for it. Watch until the end and start your transformation today. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Leave your comment. Have you tried any of these strategies? You who are listening to these words may be carrying a mixture of curiosity and fear. Curiosity because you feel that your body still has a lot to offer. Fear because the world insists on saying that pleasure and maturity do not mix. But you see, experience has already proven that sexuality has no expiration date. It has phases. And phases are understood, rediscovered, and celebrated. Today we will outline together a practical, sensitive, and scientific route for you to transform, not erase, your intimate life after 50. Take a deep breath, exhale slowly, and allow yourself to believe that the best chapter can begin now. Perhaps the first obstacle is myth. It usually arrives dressed as common sense and whispers that Eros belongs only to the young. Ignoring it is easy in theory, difficult in practice, because these voices lodge themselves in the memory as absolute truths. So before moving forward, accept an invitation. Remember a pleasurable experience you had in your mature years, even if it was a long hug in the late afternoon. This fragment is proof that desire has not evaporated. It is just waiting for ideal conditions to blossom. And ideal conditions are built, not inherited. Let's start with your heart rate. Your heart is the pump that sends fuel to every corner of your body, including the erogenous zones that need generous blood flow. Research shows that 30 minutes of brisk walking or ballroom dancing a day increases pelvic and cerebral vascularization, stimulating receptors that communicate with pleasure hormones. If walking sounds boring, try 2 upbeat songs and do simple steps in the living room. Do 3 tracks the next day. Before you know it, you'll have done half an hour without realizing it. This modest habit improves mood, sleep, and natural lubrication. In the meantime, it's worth checking out your plate. Red fruits, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, contain anthocyanins that protect the walls of blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and boost the production of nitric oxide, an essential molecule for erections and clitoral sensitivity. Eat these colors early in the morning. Oatmeal with natural yogurt and a handful of fruit, or a strawberry smoothie with beetroot and flaxseed. The brain absorbs the supply of antioxidants, balances neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, and this balance has repercussions on mood, touch, and a knowing look. But desire doesn't live on chemistry alone. It breathes emotion. Many couples report that after 50, intimacy gains depth because the rush subsides. A kiss that lasts 60 seconds awakens more nerve endings than a hurried kiss that lasts 15. If you're in a stable relationship, arrange a wall date once a week. Stand up, chest to chest, and hold each other for 3 minutes in silence, feeling the shared warmth. This simple and powerful practice releases oxytocin, a hormone that strengthens bonds and relaxes smooth muscles, facilitating arousal. For those who live alone, dialogue is no less important, just an exchange of addresses. Talk to yourself through the mirror or a diary. Recognize wrinkles as trails of stories, not as signs of obsolescence. Caress your arms, legs, and hair, noticing textures that you may have ignored since you were 20. Mindful masturbation, with water-based lubricant and full attention to your breathing, is an exercise in self-knowledge. By exploring areas that you have rarely visited, you recalibrate your pleasure threshold and build self-esteem, an ingredient that will overflow into future relationships. Let's talk about hormones in a simple way. Women may notice vaginal dryness and reduced tissue elasticity. Men may notice decreased penile rigidity and longer time to achieve a new erection. These changes do not mean the end of pleasure. They require adjustments. Fractionated coconut oil and hyaluronic acid-based lubricants help restore comfort. Kegel exercises, repeated contractions of the pelvic floor, strengthen the muscles that support the bladder and genitals, intensifying orgasms for both sexes. 3 sets of 10 contractions, twice a day, are enough while you wait for the coffee to brew. At the same time, pumpkin seeds, rich in zinc, promote testosterone production. Walnuts provide arginine, a precursor of nitric oxide. Fatty fish offers anti-inflammatory omega-3. Imagine a dinner with grilled salmon, colorful quinoa with yellow peppers, and a spinach salad topped with sliced strawberries. Nutrients work together to improve circulation, modulate hormones, and protect arteries against plaques that hinder erections and arousal. We can't forget the mind, which creates fantasies and memories. If anxious thoughts arise during intimate moments, fear of failure, body shame, old religious guilt, it's worth exploring cognitive behavioral therapy or mindfulness programs. 5 minutes of guided meditation a day reduces levels of cortisol, a stress hormone that sabotages libido. As you inhale, imagine the breeze coming through the window. As you exhale, visualize worries floating away. This simple exercise teaches the brain to focus on the present, a skill that spills over into the sheets. Now, a true story adapted to protect identities. Donna Alzira, 67, a widow for 6 years, believed that her sex life had ended along with her mourning. After hearing in a lecture that pleasure has no expiration date, she decided to start small. Morning walks and red fruit smoothies. 2 months later, she reported renewed energy. She signed up for a ballroom dancing course where she met her current partner, Gustavo, 70. They both discovered that the touch created outside the bedroom amplified the climax inside him. The secret, according to her, was not a magic formula, but the sum of daily choices that prepared the body and emotions. Stories like this illustrate that the journey is possible, but each body reacts in a unique way. Therefore, consult professionals. Gynecologists may suggest intravaginal laser or low-dose hormone therapy to restore elasticity. Urologists evaluate vasodilator medications or prostheses if necessary. Pelvic physiotherapists teach biofeedback to re-educate muscles. Psychologists help to reframe limiting beliefs. Seeking help is a sign of care, not failure. Let's talk about technological innovation. There are apps that guide Kegel exercises with vibration on your smartphone, clitoral stimulators that use airwaves without direct contact, a great option for women with altered sensitivity, and vacuum penis pumps that increase blood flow before intercourse. The rule is to research reliable brands, hypoallergenic materials, and talk to your doctor, avoiding impulsive purchases. Technology is an ally when chosen with information. Another crucial point: communication. Many couples avoid talking about sex for fear of offending someone. An effective technique is called complement dialogue. It works like this. Each partner begins the conversation by highlighting something positive from their last intimate experience. For example, "I loved it when you slowly caressed the back of my neck." Then they make a specific request, without criticism. "I'd like to repeat that touch, but a little lighter." This method creates an environment of safety, transforming vulnerability into complicity. Sometimes physical impediments call for creativity. Arthritis in your knees? Use supportive pillows and weight-distributing side positions. Lower back pain? A pillow under your hips helps reduce pressure. Chronic fatigue? Plan intimate encounters during the time of day when your energy levels tend to be highest, perhaps in the morning or early afternoon. Adjusting your environment, soft lighting, comfortable temperature, music that triggers good memories, puts your body and mind in the same rhythm. Speaking of rhythm, laughter is a forgotten aphrodisiac. Research indicates that genuine laughter releases endorphins and increases the release of dopamine, the neurotransmitter of pleasure. Set aside a comedy night, light series, stand-up, or even memories of disastrous trips. Between one laugh and the next, the neurochemistry of reward prepares the ground for caresses. Lightness and eroticism are inseparable partners. Now, let's put it all together in a weekly routine of inspiration. Monday, breakfast with yogurt, oatmeal and strawberries plus a 20-minute walk. Tuesday, stretching when you wake up, green leafy salad and blueberries for lunch. 3 minutes of silent hugs at night. Wednesday, laughter session with a movie, light popcorn and fresh fruit. 5 minutes of guided meditation before bed. Thursday, dinner with oily fish, quinoa and grilled zucchini. Then, foot massage in alternating positions. Friday, ballroom dancing or favorite playlist in the living room. Finish with a raspberry and cocoa smoothie. Saturday, outdoor walk, toasted pumpkin seeds as a snack. In the evening, dialogue of praise. Sunday, rest, long bath, scented body oil, and unhurried exploratory touch. Adjust days and activities according to your own routine. The idea is to offer constant stimulation to the body, mind, and heart. If you see changes, more radiant skin, a more stable mood, a stronger desire, celebrate each achievement. If results take time to appear, be gentle with yourself. Some bodies need more time to reorganize hormones and circulation. Others are under the influence of blood pressure or diabetes medications that interfere with libido. Medical adjustments may be necessary. Throughout the process, hydration is a silent partner. 2 liters of water a day keep mucous membranes flexible and bodily fluids functioning. Hibiscus tea with 3 crushed raspberries is a great tasty variation that also provides extra antioxidants. We have reached the point of intrusive thoughts. An old memory of failure, a bad joke from a relative, a religious dogma that condemns pleasure. These voices appear just when the light goes out. Identify them and replace them with affirmations of your own authorship. My body deserves pleasure. I am confident to feel. Taking initiative is a sign of health. Repeating these phrases before each intimate encounter reconditions neural connections, transforming limiting beliefs into positive stimuli. What if family members jump in with unnecessary comments? Remember that adult intimacy is a private matter. You don't need to justify personal choices. Simply say, I am taking care of my health in every way. Period. Clear boundaries protect self-esteem and prevent outside judgments from undermining newly built confidence. Now let's zoom in on the chemistry of red fruits. In addition to anthocyanins, they provide vitamin C, which intensifies collagen and protects blood vessels, and manganese, a mineral involved in the production of sex hormones. Blueberries also contain resveratrol, an antioxidant associated with cellular longevity. Including 4 weekly servings of these fruits reduces the risk of erectile dysfunction by up to 14%, according to studies by Harvard College. For women, the same frequency improves uterine blood flow, combating dryness. In other words, each spoonful of raspberry is a micro-investment in a future orgasm. If you're on a budget, opt for frozen fruits, which are equally nutritious and more affordable. Mix them into flavored ice cubes, jellies with a little honey, or sugar-free syrups to top yogurt. Varying your preparation avoids monotony and ensures that the habit continues. Now, let's look at supplements. Korean red ginseng shows evidence of improving erections. Peruvian maca increases desire and energy. However, in cases of hypertension, diabetes, or use of anticoagulants, consult a doctor first. Supplementation without guidance can interact with medications you are already taking. Let's talk briefly about alcohol and tobacco. A glass of wine can relax you, but too much can compromise your arousal. Alcohol is an initial vasodilator and a later vasoconstrictor. Smoking reduces arterial caliber and increases the risk of erectile dysfunction. If you smoke, seek nicotine replacement therapy or specialist care. Sexual benefits appear within a few weeks of quitting. And what about sex toys? They are not exclusive to young people. Low-frequency vibrators help women with reduced sensitivity. Gradual penis rings prolong erections. Silicone plugs reinforce prostate stimulation, enhancing male orgasm. Choose medical silicone, clean with mild soap and warm water, and only share with a condom. Integrating toys can break up routine and bring lightness to the bedroom. Speaking of bedrooms, ergonomics have a greater impact than you might think. A mattress that is too firm can put pressure on the hips. An inadequate pillow can cause cervical tension. Try placing a pillow under your knees or lower back to reduce joint discomfort. Aromatherapy with ylang-ylang or jasmine. Essential oil stimulates the limbic system. Amber-toned lamps soothe the retina, stimulating melatonin production and modulating reproductive hormones. Now, visualize the future. You, 6 months from now, waking up feeling energetic, feeling attractive, touching your partner or yourself with renewed curiosity. This is not a distant fantasy. It is the result of small daily steps. Transformation does not depend on revolution, but on consistency. If, after finishing this video, something touches you in a special way, Share it in the comments. Your story can spark hope in those who feel alone. If you haven't subscribed yet, click now. Content on nutrition, movement, mind, and pleasure arrives every week. Turn on the bell so you don't miss new tips. Like and send the link to a friend who deserves to rediscover their body. Intimacy after 50 is fertile ground, not scorched earth. With red fruits coloring the table, light steps strengthening the heart, soft words dismantling taboos, and conscious touches awakening dormant sensations, you build a universe where pleasure and maturity go hand in hand. Try it. Savor it. Live the chapter that only those who have a story to tell can truly enjoy. If this video touched you in any way, share it with someone special. And if you want to continue this conversation with us, leave your comment below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell, because health, pleasure, and well-being have no age.